Hear about that? Here's today's mission. Why does Aaron say Becca isn't being nice?
Why does Aaron say Becca isn't being nice? Well, let's start. Here's Conversation A.
Becca made a good dinner tonight.
Yeah, Mom taught her how to make that casserole. It's too bad Mom didn't teach her how to be nice.
Are you two fighting again?
No, Becca just isn't being nice.
What did she do?
She's telling me what to do again.
Maybe she just wants your help.
You know, Greg might be right. Maybe Becca just wants Aaron to help. In our conversation, we saw Greg and Aaron sitting in the Harris's living room.
It's after dinner, and Liz, Becca, and Amber are in the kitchen.
Are Becca and Aaron fighting again?
Well, Aaron says no, but we're going to say yes to learning our keyword.
Our keyword here is fight. Fight. Now, when you are fighting with someone, you're talking in an angry way.
Right, if you're fighting with someone, you're upset, and you're talking with them in an angry way. You might be yelling at them or saying some mean things to them.
Now here we're using the verb fight to talk about talking to someone in an angry way. We're not talking about fighting with your body and hurting someone.
That's right. We can say, Stan and Anne have been fighting all week. They've both said things that weren't very nice.
You can also say, I don't want to fight. Let's just talk.
Let's just talk. Let's not fight with each other.
That's right. We found the answer to today's mission in our conversation. Why does Aaron say Becca isn't being nice?
Why does Aaron say Becca isn't being nice? Aaron says Becca isn't being nice because she's telling him what to do again.
Right. It sounds like they are still a little bit angry at each other. Well, Greg said something nice when he said that Becca made a good dinner.
Aaron said their mom taught her how to make the casserole.
Now, a casserole is a special kind of food that's cooked slowly in the oven. Casseroles are very popular in Western cooking.
I'm getting really hungry thinking about casseroles.
Yeah, well, we better just go and see Thomas then.
Being her brother is hard.
Brothers and sisters often have a love-hate relationship. When you get older, your relationship will get better.
So maybe when I'm 90, we'll get along?
I know how you feel. When I was your age, I fought with my sister.
Are you friends now?
We are, and I really enjoy our friendship.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad Greg has a nice relationship with his sister.
Me too. What he says is true. Brothers and sisters often have a love-hate relationship.
Yes, that's true. Let's learn our keyword, relationship. Relationship. The way two or more people feel about each other or act towards each other is their relationship.
Right. When you have a good relationship with someone, you get along. You like to do things together with that person.
If you have a bad relationship with someone, you might fight all the time, or you don't agree, or you just don't talk at all.
That's true. Well, in our conversation, we see the word love-hate relationship. Now, this talks about a relationship that is really good, but also really bad sometimes.
Right. Sometimes brothers and sisters, they really love each other, but at the same time, they just really hate each other too.
Right. But even though there's times of hate, we know that the love is more than that.
That's true. Okay, let's learn our next keyword. Get along. Get along. If you get along with someone, this means you don't fight and you like each other and you're nice to each other.
Right. right. When you get along with someone, you have a good relationship.
We can say Mel and Amy are really good friends. They get along really well.
Who do you get along with? You probably get along with your friends.
All right, we have a calendar phrase in this conversation. I know how you feel.
I know how you feel.
If you understand how someone feels, you can say this. All right, let's learn some more from our friend Thomas.
Amber, thanks for helping me clear the table. I'll do the dishes later.
Sure. How is your foot, Aaron?
It still hurts.
I hurt my foot when we were in the Amazon.
Really?
I couldn't walk for an afternoon.
Only an afternoon? Aaron hasn't walked all day. He just sits there and watches TV.
You want me to walk? Fine.
Aaron!
Aaron? Oh no! Aaron's foot is really hurt.
Yeah, he sounds angry when he says, "You want me to walk? Fine." He stands up, but he hurts his foot again and falls back on the couch.
Oh dear, I hope he's okay. Well, at the beginning of our conversation, Becca thanks Amber for helping her clear the table.
That's right. Let's learn this key word.
Clear. Clear. In our conversation, the verb clear means to take things away. When you clear the table, you take everything off the table.
Right. If you clear the table after dinner, you take away the dirty cups, the dirty dishes, the forks, the knives, and you take it off the table and you bring it into the kitchen.
Yes, so you can clear the table. You can also clear your desk. When you clear your desk, you take everything off your desk. Your teacher might ask you to clear your desk before a test.
Well, they've cleared the table and they'll do the dishes later.
Yep, let's learn that key word, dish. Dish. A dish is a flat thing that you put food on. You put food on a dish, and then you put the dish on the table.
Now, what are we talking about when we say that we do the dishes? Well, we're talking about washing the dishes.
Yeah, we can say Chris and Irma do the dishes together every night.
So who does the dishes at your house? Do you do the dishes or do your parents do the dishes?
So, Campbell, do you do the dishes at your house?
Yes, after I clear the table, I always do the dishes.
Oh, that's great. All right, students, let's learn more about this conversation from Thomas.
Key words.
All right, everyone, it's time to review today's key words. Our first key word is fight. Fight. Why are you mad? Are you and Bobby fighting again?
Relationship. Relationship. April and I don't have a close relationship. We don't talk often.
Get along. Get along. Joel and Sarah get along very well. They hardly ever fight.
Clear. Clear. I need to use that table. Can you clear your things off of it?
Dish. Dish. After dinner, we'll wash the dishes.
All right, let's say these one more time. Fight. Fight.
Relationship. Relationship.
Get along. Get along.
Clear. Clear.
Dish. Dish.
All right, thanks for saying them with us. Now let's review today's conversations.
Becca made a good dinner tonight.
Yeah, Mom taught her how to make that casserole. It's too bad Mom didn't teach her how to be nice.
Are you two fighting again?
No, Becca just isn't being nice.
What did she do?
She's telling me what to do again.
Maybe she just wants your help.
Being her brother is hard.
Brothers and sisters often have a love-hate relationship. When you get older, your relationship will get better.
So maybe when I'm 90, we'll get along?
I know how you feel. When I was your age, I fought with my sister.
Are you friends now?
We are, and I really enjoy our friendship.
Amber, thanks for helping me clear the table. I'll do the dishes later.
Sure. How is your foot, Aaron?
It still hurts.
I hurt my foot when we were in the Amazon.
Really?
I couldn't walk for an afternoon.
Only an afternoon? Aaron hasn't walked all day. He just sits there and watches TV.
You want me to walk? Fine.
Aaron!
2-word verbs.
So, Aaron, how are things between you and Claire?
Good. She's a great friend, and we get along really well.
Well, you're not hard to get along with. It's just too bad she has a boyfriend.
Yeah. I wish Claire could understand how much I like her.
Aaron, I hate to say it, but you need to get over her.
You're right. I do need to get over her. But it's hard. I love her.
Oh, Aaron.
Calendar phrase.
I know how you feel.
I know how you feel.
我了解你的感受。
I'm so upset today.
I know how you feel.
I failed my English test.
I know how you feel.
I just want to cry.
I know how you feel.
You do?
Yes, I failed my English test too.
I know how you feel.
I know how you feel.
我了解你的感受。
All right, students, let's practice our question of the day. Do you ever fight with your friends? Why or why not?
Yeah, sometimes I do fight with my friends. I fight with my friends because sometimes I think the things they do are a little bit annoying. But when we fight, I try to talk to them as soon as I can so we can stop fighting.
Right. That's important to talk right away, and then you'll just keep getting along well. Students, practice this question with a friend today. We'll see you next time on Let's Talk in English.
On PTS and the radio.
And remember, learning English can be fun. Bye.
Mission. What do a lot of Aaron's friends think about Becca?
What do a lot of Aaron's friends think about Becca? Well, maybe they think she's a great sister. Let's start with conversation A.
Here's another ice pack. I'm sorry I didn't believe you hurt your foot.
That's okay, Becca. Sometimes we don't treat each other very well, but you're still my big sister.
And you're still my little brother. You're not a bad kid.
Thanks, sis. You know what?
What?
A lot of my friends think you're pretty.
Wow, a lot of Aaron's friends think Becca is pretty. I wonder how she feels about that.
Well, I don't know, but we did find the answer to today's mission.
Yes, today's mission. What do a lot of Aaron's friends think about Becca?
What do a lot of Aaron's friends think about Becca? A lot of his friends think she's pretty.
She is pretty. Well, I'm glad that Becca and Aaron are getting along again. They're treating each other a lot nicer now.
Yes, they are. Now let's learn our keyword.
Treat. Treat. The way you treat someone is the way you act towards them.
Yes, the way you treat someone is the way you talk to them, the way you act around them, and the things you do for them.
If you treat someone well, you'll do nice things for them. You'll take care of them or you'll help them.
Right. Well, in our conversation, Becca says sometimes she and Aaron don't treat each other very well.
That's true. But even though they don't treat each other very well, Becca is still Aaron's big sister and Aaron is still Becca's little brother.
Right. We see big sister. We sometimes say that to mean older sister. Little brother is the same as younger brother.
Now in our conversation, Aaron calls Becca sis. S-I-S. Well, sis is just a short way to say sister. Now, how do we say brother in a short way?
Bro, Oh, that's how you say it. You say bro, a short way for saying brother.
Right, so sometimes I'll call my brother and I'll say, hey bro, B-R-O, hey bro. All right, we have a calendar phrase in this conversation. You know what?
You know what?
Hey Andrea, you know what?
What?
Well, it's time for us to go see Thomas.
Okay, let's go.
Ew. I don't want your friends to like me.
Don't worry. I tell them about all of our fights. They know you can be both nice and...
And what?
Well...
I understand. I guess we both need to work on our relationship.
You're right.
So, how can we have a better relationship?
We should try to understand each other.
Oh, we see that Aaron and Becca truly have a special brother-sister relationship. And they both understand that they need to work on this relationship.
How can they have a better relationship? Well, they should try to understand each other.
Right, it's important to try to do that. Remember how Aaron told Becca that a lot of his friends think she's pretty? Well, Becca's response is, ew! I don't want your friends to like me.
We say ew when we don't like something. For example, ew! I don't want to eat that. It looks really strange.
Ew! What's that smell?
Ew! Who didn't throw their garbage away?
Ew! I don't want your friends to like me. That's what Becca said. Well, Aaron also tells his friends about all their fights. You heard our keyword? Let's learn it. Fight. Fight. Now we learned the verb fight already. And here we see the noun. A fight is a time when you're angry with someone and you're kind of mean when you talk to each other.
If you're fighting with someone, then we say that you are having a fight.
We can say Jack and Jill used to fight every day. They're finally learning to understand each other.
Right, Jack and Jill used to fight every day. They used to have a fight almost every day.
Right, we also see a sentence pattern here. We both need to work on noun. Now we say the sentence pattern when you need to improve on something. We both need to work on our English.
We both need to work on understanding each other.
Yes, and it's good to hear that Aaron and Becca are doing that. Now let's learn some more from our friend Thomas.
You're right.
And we shouldn't tell each other what to do.
Okay.
So, now that we've talked, I want to be honest.
About what?
I didn't really hurt my foot.
What?
But now I feel really sorry. I just don't like it when you tell me what to do.
So, you lied about your foot.
Yes, sorry.
I'm sorry too.
I think I'll go wash the dishes now.
Thank you.
I knew it! I knew Aaron didn't really hurt his foot.
Yes, he didn't hurt his foot. He just told Becca he did because he doesn't like it when she tells him what to do.
Well, I'm glad he's being honest and telling the truth. That's important in a good relationship. You need to be honest.
I agree. You need to be honest. You shouldn't lie in a relationship.
Right, if you want a good relationship, you can't lie.